Hello. Okay, so let's start the lesson proper. Let's summarize what you are supposed to know about light. Okay, so firstly, light is a form of energy, correct? And then light, so you might want to copy this down in your notes also, is given off. See, we don't use the word given out, it's given off, okay, by sources such as these sources over here. So this is such as the sun, stars, fire, torches, and lamps. But from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 sources, you can divide them into 2 groups. Who can tell me what's the first group? The sun, stars, and fire. What can you label this first group? The sun, stars, and fire. Very good. Lim Heng Yu, Sean, Ivan, Gabriella, Megan Liu, Vernice, Sabrina. Okay, good. So these are all our natural sources. And then for torches and lamps, yes, Matthias Ma, Xavier Tang, Erica. Okay, so very good. You can either say artificial or some of you mentioned man-made. Okay, very good. Well done. All right. And then not only that, light allows us to see when an object gives off its own light or when an object reflects light into our eyes. Okay, so this one is allows us to see. Okay, allows us to see. Elizabeth Sim, word of warning, please no spamming. Thank you. Yes, I can see your hi. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth Sim. Okay, so anyway, Bell, is there a star bigger than sun? Yes, Bell, is there a star bigger than sun? Yes, there are stars which are 1,000 times bigger than our sun. Okay, in fact, as big as our solar system. Have no problem. Okay, so yes, that one you can read up more on your own. All right, let's move on to the next one. So when we are going through this topic, ask yourself these questions. Why do we need light? What are the sources of light? Okay, so you must be curious to ask why. What are the sources? How are we able to see the objects around us? Why are we able to see through some objects but not others? Okay, this is what we'll be covering today. All right, this is what we'll be covering today. And lastly, how are shadows formed, which will be covered tomorrow. Okay. Yes, that was the mind map just now previously, from the previous slide. Okay, so ask yourself these questions when we are going through this topic. Okay, so therefore, what are we learning today? We are identifying and differentiating between materials. Okay, we are looking at 3 types of materials over here. So the first type is materials that allow most light to pass through. Most, okay, allow some light to pass through, okay, allow some light to pass through, and allow no light to pass through. So take note of the keywords here used, okay, the keywords used. So there's most light, some light, and no light, okay. Oh, I see, yes, people like Megan Liu, Tegan Chia, Dasari Chetan, okay, already mentioning the keywords. Edricus Lim, Wu Yu Chiao. Okay, yes, hold on, be patient. I know you know all these words, okay? So yes, I will show later. And then measure light using a light sensor that is connected to a data logger. Okay, what is a data logger? All right, so I will explain later during the lesson. Okay, not to worry. Sabrina, I'm a bit too fast. Okay, I'll slow down a little. So basically, we are learning we are looking at the different types of materials that either allow most light to pass through, allow some light to pass through, or allow no light to pass through. So 3 types. And then we are also looking at data loggers, which measure light using light sensor. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So why are we able to see through some objects but not others? So there are objects that are made of materials such as, so we can have objects like cardboard, clay, metal, and some types, so be careful, some types of plastic and wood. Okay, so who can tell me why do I say only some types of plastic and wood? Can anyone tell me why? Okay, yes, good, Edricus, because some plastic can allow most light to pass through, some plastic allow only some light to pass through, right? Okay, and then some don't even allow light to pass through. Yes, okay, so like Urantan mentioned, okay, metal, Yixiang, and so on. Okay, good. Okay, but for the first case that we are seeing here, okay, we are looking at materials that allow no light to pass through. And the materials that I've mentioned above, cardboard, clay, metal, and some types of plastic and wood, okay, are those type of materials that allow no light to pass through at all. So is it we can or cannot see through these objects at all? Yes, Kaden, Aiden, correct. Isabel, Harman, Min En, okay, Isyang, very good. So we cannot see through these objects at all. And there's actually a word we can use for this type of object. Start with O. Yes, okay, Harman, Tegan, Isabel, Lucas, Troy, Reynald. Okay, very good. Okay, so we call them opaque. But take note, this keyword is not in your syllabus. Okay, so it's not necessary for you to memorize. But if you memorize, well done, good. You can use this keyword in your test or exam. But if let's say you're thinking, Mr. Luman, I have difficulty memorizing the spelling, I'm not good in spelling, then it's okay. You can just say materials that allow no light to pass through, or materials that do not allow any light to pass through can also. Oh, Dion, your teacher want you to memorize. Okay, then, yeah, then you have to follow what your teacher say. Okay, so all I want to say is actually in PSLE, right? Okay, it's not necessary to know this keyword opaque, but if you know, go ahead, you can use. All right. Some of you were asking, Mr. Ma, will there be an experiment? Okay, so I will actually show an experiment later at the end of the lesson, okay, for all three types of materials, but only for those who can stay back a little more. Maybe I will extend like 1 to 2 minutes more, okay? But if we have more time, then of course I'll take more time to show the experiment, okay? All right, okay, Aiden and Hisyang, excited already. Lucas also. Okay, good. Oh, Chin Swan, you got another science tuition? Wow, okay. All right. So, are you ready for your first bubble question? I know you've been waiting for this. Okay. So, first bubble question, very easy. It's just a warm up, okay, to get your brains working. All right. So, I won't give you time to read the question. I'll straight away start the timer. You'll have 1 minute. Okay, it's just a warm up first. Okay, ready? 1 minute starts from now. For those whose bubble question is flickering, can you please refresh your browser? Or you're not able to see it, please refresh and make sure you are not using Zoom app. Okay, make sure you're using Geniebook app to do this. All right, so read the options very carefully. Those who are still thinking, you have about 40 more seconds. Do not make careless mistake. Well done, Lucas, Sinway, Lazan, Yep, Cheng Yan, Jordan Lau. Okay, good. Those who get correct, well done. Nguyen Feng Hui, good. Yo Ting Rui, as usual, you get correct. Wei Le Tian, okay, Metal. Well done. Those who are still thinking, quickly lock in your answer. You only have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, not bad for the first bubble question. About 90% of you got it correct. Okay, and it should be that way because this is very easy, right? Myrtle say, easiest thing ever. Hong Ning Wang say, piece of cake. Okay, we shall see. All right, so which of the following objects does not allow, so you must read the question carefully, does not allow light to pass through. So we have a thick book. Yes, definitely right. We have clear glass. No. We have cling wrap film. No. And we have cardboard box. Okay. Some of you ask me, Mr. Luqman, what is a cling wrap film? Can anyone help your friend here? What is a cling wrap film? Does any one of you know? Okay, yes. Very good. So some of you mentioned, okay, like Renette, Jaden, Jelly, Kaylee. Okay, so it is actually to wrap food. You know, if you want to keep this food for later on, you want to eat it later on, you put inside the refrigerator, so you wrap it. So it's actually a piece of clear plastic. Sorry, let me rewrite my C properly. So clear plastic to wrap food. Okay, that's a cling wrap film. For those who are not familiar with it. Yes, Matthias, to prevent the contamination of the food items, correct? Okay, so it depends. Some cling wrap film can allow some light to pass through. Some cling wrap film can allow most light to pass through. So it depends. Okay, but for this question here, definitely wrong, right? Okay, so that's why the answer is A and D only, which is number 2. Very good. Okay, who's ready for the next bubble question? Are you ready? Okay. Again, I will show the question and straight away start the timer because this is still quite easy. Okay, ready? Go. 1 minute. Read carefully. Read carefully. Do not rush through the question. Wong Le Yong, easy. Are you sure? Roxanne, easy as a pie. Are you sure? Jaden, well done. Correct. Kaylee also say easy as a pie. Okay. Wow, so many. Easy peasy, piece of cake. See, I saw someone say press wrongly. See, you didn't check, right? Then you make careless mistake. Those who get correct, well done, well done. Those are still thinking about the answer. Okay, so try to lock in your answer as soon as possible. You only have about 20 more seconds left. And those who just rejoin back, quickly answer the question. You only have about 15 more seconds. Yep, Cheng Yan. See? Never check properly, right? Well done, Nguyen Fung Hui. Matthias. Wow, easy as pie. And I love pie. Okay. All right. Time's up. Okay. Oh, lesser than question 1. What happened? It's not that difficult. Correct? Okay, so let's see. An opaque material does not allow light to pass through. So basically, this tells you the definition. Because remember, I say the word opaque is not necessary for you to know. So if they want you to use the word opaque, they need to explain it in the question. And then an opaque material is most likely used to make. So you must think, which one requires the material to be opaque or does not allow light to pass through? So beaker is definitely wrong because we want to see the liquid inside the beaker when you're doing your experiments, right? So it's not beaker. Curtains, most likely. Oops, sorry, let me use another color. Curtains, most likely, right? Because you want to block out the sunlight. So it has to be opaque. If it's translucent or transparent, light still can pass through, then what's the point of a curtain, correct? Okay, who knows what is a windscreen? What is a windscreen? What car? A bit more specific. Okay, good, good. Some of you, I think it's a Clarice, Ennis, Lucas, okay, mentioned is the front glass cover or screen for the car, correct? Or for any vehicle. Very good. So windscreen, if you make it translucent or opaque, oh my goodness, there will be a lot of accident. It has to be very, very transparent, correct? Okay, so definitely out. And magnifying glass, Let me see if there's a sticker of a magnifying glass. I don't think so. Yeah, don't have. Okay, if not, I can post the sticker. Okay, never mind. I'll just post another one. Okay, so for magnifying glass, it also needs to be transparent so that you can see the object on the other side of the magnifying glass. If not, what's the point if you put the magnifying glass near the object to magnify it, correct? Okay, so this is also out. So the answer is curtains. Okay, so far who has gotten both answers correct? Okay, wow, well done. Beverly, Jaden, Kaden, Skylar, Ethan, Ryan, Lucas. Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, now the next type of material. So they are made of materials such as cloth. Let me highlight that. Cloth and some types of plastics and paper. Again, only some type. Okay, why? Because such materials allow only some light to pass through. Okay, you might want to write this down in your notes. So we cannot see through these objects. Is it at all or clearly? We cannot see through these objects at all or clearly. Who can tell me? Yes, Megan, Jordan, Pedro, correct. Good. Okay, so clearly. So we cannot see through these objects clearly. Not at all. Okay, at all for another type of materials that I will go through later on. And then I saw some of you mention the terms for this. So you can use this term, start with T. What's the word called? Yes, Yicheng, Samantha, Harman, Isyang, Tanya, correct. Translucent. Please do not be confused between transparent and translucent. Okay, so translucent is in between clear and totally not clear. Okay, like it's totally blocked. All right, so it's in between. So it's called translucent. So it allows only some light to pass through. Okay. Yes, Kaining. So we can see through normal paper. So usually those type of thin paper, let me show you here. For example, this tissue paper, right? Very thin. So actually some light can pass through it if you can see on my camera. Okay. All right. Okay. Are you ready for the next bubble question? Oh, it's okay. Oh, Mato. Yes. Okay, ready? Now it gets a bit more difficult. It gets a bit more difficult. Okay, so you must read the question carefully. All right, okay, let me get ready the timer first. So another 1 minute, okay? Another 1 minute. Ready, go. Read the options carefully. Don't rush through, okay? Wow, Harman, so fast. Is it that easy? Kate Ong, really, is it that easy? Your thingery as usual, huh? You every time get correct. Lim Xian, Elizabeth, Hermione, Harman, Ian Tergelho. Wow, all say so easy. Wang Le Yong. Okay, we shall see. Hopefully, more people will get this correct than the previous two questions. Those who are still thinking about your question, about your answer, you have about 20 more seconds. So quickly think about it and lock in your answer. Easy peasy, Aiden. Lucas To, wow, well done. So happy. Elena, okay, interesting. Wow, Gabriela, easy. Lim Xian, don't worry. As we go through the lesson, you will know how many bubble questions there are. Okay, I won't say first. Elena, don't worry. We'll have more difficult questions later. Okay, do not worry. Okay, let's see. I just increased the level of difficulty by a bit. Now, lesser people get it correct. It is only about what? 80% of you get it correct. See? And then still got some people want to ask for more difficult questions. Yeah, it's quite a huge drop, huh? Yes. Okay, so anyway, let's look at the question over here. Which of the following objects below allows some light to pass through? So this time we are interested in some light to pass through. So we have tinted glass, Yes. I will show you later in my experiment. If we have time at the end of the lesson. See, I have tinted glass over here. If you can see on my camera. Okay, I'll show you the experiment later. Thin fabric. So usually clothings like singlet, you want it to be thin so that it's cooling, right? Those are actually translucent. We have frosted glass. We sometimes use frosted glass for windows, okay, because you want to see some things outside, but you don't want people from outside to see you, so you make it frosted, okay? And tracing paper. So basically, all of the above. So the answer is option 4. Those who got it correct, well done. Those who didn't, okay, like I said, do not rush through the questions. And then some are still expecting difficult questions. See, the number of students who get it correct decreases already. So try to maintain the percentage. We don't want to go below half. Okay, let's move on to the next bubble question. Are you ready? Next one. Another 1 minute or so. Okay. Zihian, word of warning, no spamming, please. Moderator, please take note. Thank you. Okay. So, ready? I'll show you the next bubble question. All right. Read carefully. Read very carefully. I will start the timer right now. Okay, let's see who will get it correct. Wow, Roxanne, Dylan, so fast. Easy to Sinway. May Suvana also say easy. Sure or not? For those who finish early, come, I give you a sticker here. Woohoo! Okay. Ethan, too easy. Ian Tegelho, easy. Okay, we shall see. For those who are still thinking of their answers or what to put, you have about 20 more seconds. Don't think too long. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Megan. Piece of cake, Tingri, as usual for you. Okay. Wow, yes, Matthias. Wise words, wise words. I like that. Okay, so anyway, time's up. Let's look at the results. You see, the number of students who get correct decreases further. What happened? I thought so many people say easy, lemon squeezy, like Yixiang here say. Okay, but the number of students who get it correct decreases further. Now it's like only 72%. Oh my goodness, what happened? Okay, so anyway, let's go through the answer first. A translucent material. So like I said, translucent is not a keyword that is in your syllabus. So that's why in the question, they explain first what it is. It's a material basically that allows some light to pass through. So which object fits the description of a translucent material? Okay, so definitely sunglasses, right? We are not talking about normal glasses. They say here sunglasses, so it is tinted, right? So it is translucent. And then tinted car windows. Okay, so we are not talking about the windshield. The windows at the side of the car, it can be tinted. Okay, because the driver don't really need to look at the side windows that much, only need to take a cursory glance. Okay, but most of the time is looking in front or at the back. Okay, so the car windows can be tinted, no problem, can be translucent. Chi Heng here, don't worry, there will be more difficult questions. Okay, and then frosted glass shower. So who over here, your bathrooms, right, at home, it has a frosted glass shower door. Your shower door is frosted glass. Wow, quite a number of you, Okay, Jaden, Zachary, Jared, Ting Yen, Brielle. Okay, all right. So it's quite an elegant look, okay, if you have that frosted glass shower door. Okay, for me, I just have a shower curtain. Okay, and then a single piece of tissue paper, like what I showed you just now, right there, single piece of tissue paper. It is also translucent because some light is able to pass through it. So therefore, again, the answer is option 4, all of the above. So far, who's been getting all correct, all 4 questions? Who's the champion here so far? Wow, so many of you. Oh, well done. Okay, okay. We shall see. Okay, so Elena, Darius, Dario, Yotingri, as usual. Okay, Ethan Quack, Corinne Go. Okay, let's continue to the next type of material. So they are made of materials such as glass and some types of plastics. So again, some types, because such materials allows most light to pass through. Okay, so there are such materials which allow most light to pass through. Yes, Aiden, go ahead. All right, so there are some of you or my past students also, they ask me, Mr. Lukman, so are there materials that allow all light to pass through? Yes, definitely. But it's quite difficult to find such materials because it's more for scientists to actually perform their experiments or perform their research. Okay. What you know, yes, Yang Qingwen, what you know, like glass, right? It's actually not 100% allow most light to pass. 100% allow light to pass through. It's not 100%. Okay, so Xavier Chua also, clear glass. Those really clear glass, right? Is they belong in the lab. Okay, in the laboratory where the scientists do experiments. The one that you see, you know, your spectacle glasses or any sort of lenses that you see off the shelf you can buy in shops and so on, all of them are not 100% to allow light to pass through. Okay, definitely not. All right, so most likely it's like 90% or or maybe 99%, but not 100%. It's very difficult. Okay, yes, Xiang, please do not spam. Thank you. So statement number 3, we can or cannot see through these objects clearly. Yes, Sean, Olivia, Gabriela, correct. You think, Rui, you sure or not? We cannot see through this object. You've been getting correct on just now, then this one you get wrong. Okay, so we can see through these objects very clearly. Okay, yes, Erica, Leti, correct. Okay, are you ready for the next bubble question again? Oh yes, yeah. Thanks, Lucas, for reminding me. Okay, I forgot the keyword. But again, this keyword is not in your syllabus. Okay, but it's good to know. So Lim Dioven also correct. So the keyword here that you can use to describe such materials is transparent. Yes, Lim Yujun, Ivan, correct. Okay. Tingri, type wrongly. Okay. So this keyword here, transparent, like I say, it's not in your syllabus, but it's good to know. And if you use it in your test or exam, you will still get correct. Not to worry. Okay, bubble question time. Okay, let's see. Ready? Next bubble question. Another 1 minute. Starting from now. Read very carefully. Read the options very carefully. Do not rush through, okay? Wow, Hans Lim, already done so fast. Harmon, Isyang. No, it's not free 10 bubbles. You have to think of the solution. Okay, Harmon is not free 10 bubbles. Wow, Jaden, Aiden, Tegan, Xavier, Tanya. It's not free, Suvana. You have to think about the answer, You have to read the options carefully. Okay, for those who are still thinking about the answers, you still have about 20 more seconds. You still have about 20 more seconds to think carefully. What do you think is the answer? Leovan, you sure not? It's so easy. Don't worry. The next question will be very difficult. We shall see. See, Luke almost got tricked. Okay. 3, 2, 1, time's up. All right, let's see. Oh, decrease further. Okay, it decreased further for some reason, even though so many people say easy, easy, too peasy, easy, lemon squeezy. Okay, all this. But again, only about 80% of you got it correct. Very disappointing. Okay, so anyway, which of the following objects below allow most light to pass through? We have one tricky object over here, okay, which is the mirror. I'll explain in more detail about mirror, but mirror actually does not allow most light to pass through. And then there's the clear plastic. There's a keyword there, clear, right? Okay, so that means allow most light to pass through. Frosted glass, nope. Okay, we already went through it. It is translucent, right? Only allows some light to pass through. Same goes for tracing paper. Okay, so that's why the answer is B only, which is option number 2. Okay, let me go into a bit more detail about mirror. Okay, so for those who do not know about the concept of mirrors. So mirror is actually made up of a layer of glass, okay, and a screen behind. Okay, so there's the layer of glass here. And this reflective screen, which allows you to see your reflection. Okay, so the reflective screen is usually made up of very shiny aluminum or some kind of shiny metal. Okay, so that screen actually allows you to see your reflection. But there's actually a layer of glass in front of it, which is transparent. Okay, so light that comes through, that goes to the mirror, will go through the glass, the layer of glass first, then it will reflect. Okay, so it will go through the layer of glass, then it will reflect. So the layer of glass is transparent, but not the reflective screen. But if you're talking about the mirror as a whole, okay, if you're talking about mirror as a whole, it is not transparent. It doesn't allow most light to pass through because you can't even see the other side of the mirror, correct? Okay. Yes, some of you mentioned just now, I can't remember who, okay, but you mentioned about two-way mirror. You usually see this in police type of story or movie, you know, or detective story. Who have seen before? Two-way mirror. Anyone knows about two-way mirrors? Okay, see so many of you. Lucas, Isaiah, Ideal, Yixiang. Okay, so two-way mirrors is like you can, if let's say this is the outside, and this is the inside. So the people outside can see whatever the person inside the room is doing, but the person inside cannot see the person outside. Okay, so it is a special type of mirror where the reflective screen, right, is sort of translucent actually. Okay, so you can read up in more detail. You can Google it on your own. Okay, you can search two-way mirrors. Your house has that, Nicole Seng? How come? Is your house like a police station or something? How come it has two-way mirror? Usually, houses don't have. Kawito, you don't need to spam, please. Thank you. Yeah, Harry Potter might have. I don't know. I don't watch Harry Potter movies. Okay. Ashton, no. Car screens don't have two-way mirror. I've not seen one unless those expensive cars, maybe. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next bubble question. Okay, this is quite a difficult one. I warn you first. I won't give you time to read. I will straight away start the timer. Okay, so it's like a challenge for you. Okay, ready? I will show the question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and I will start the timer now. All right. Read the options very carefully. Yo Ting Ri, are you sure not? You've read it carefully. Jaden, wow, easy as a pie. Natalie, Renee, Troy, Tanya. Jaden, well done. Kylie Chiswen, Joyce. Isabel, if your skips flickering, can you quickly refresh the browser? You have about 30 more seconds. Verlin, wow, easy. Okay, we shall see whether the number of us or the percentage of students who got it correct, will it be more or less than the previous question? It should be more because I explained something just now that is related to this question. Okay, so we shall see. A little easy. Claire, not difficult. Magdalene, well done, correct. Wong Leong, wow, too easy. You sure not? Ethan, well done. Okay, time's up. Okay, let's see. I should expect, oh, just slightly more. Do you know how many more? Only three more students got it correct compared to the previous question. That's now question 5. What happened? I expect more. Oh my goodness. I thought I already explained. Okay, never mind. But those who get it correct, here's a heart sticker for you. Can you see? From Baby Yoda. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's look at the question. A transparent material allows most of the light to pass through. So again, explanation first about the keyword transparent because it is not in your syllabus. So which object below fits the description of a transparent material? Okay. All right. So clear window, definitely, right? It must be transparent because I already have the keyword clear. And then tinted car windows, nope. Remember, because I say it is translucent, only allows some light, it is tinted. Same goes for the frosted glass shower. This option here, clear glass surface of a mirror. So even though it is talking about a mirror, but we are only talking about the clear glass surface. So the clear glass surface, like I've mentioned previously, it is transparent. So therefore, the answer is option 1, A and D only. Okay, so those who get it correct, well done. Okay, who have gotten all 6 questions correct so far? All 6 questions, huh? Oh, quite a number of you. Not bad, not bad. But no, because there's like almost 500 students today. So yes, I expect quite a number of you to get it correct. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next one. So lesson overview. What we have covered so far is all this, correct? And then now only left the measurement of light using the Datalogger. Okay, but here's the thing, because we are quite short of time, okay, so I will just briefly mention about this and you can watch the video on your own. Okay, so before that, let me explain about units of light. So this is not in your syllabus. Take note, not in syllabus, but it's just good to know. All right, but who already knows this? The 2 units for light, there's lumen and there's lux. Oh, Aidin, Elena, Jared, Ting Swan Lim, Elise, Kaden. Oh, so many of you already know. Okay, not bad. Okay, so lumen, okay, not Mr. Lukman, but lumen, okay, indicates the total amount of light emitted by a light source. So it is directly measurable from the light source. Okay, so usually we'll have a sensor at the light source or at the torchlight to measure how many lumens is it. So for those over here who cycles, right? Okay, who go cycling at night, you follow your parents cycling, you will know that your parents will use how many lumens torchlight, maybe 100 lumens, 200 lumens, and so on. Correct? Who over here follows your parents cycling at night? Or Aidin, Haris, you know. Yes, well, quite a number of you, Ian, Tergel, Valine, Giselle, Giselle, you wish. Okay, Kian. All right. Okay, so you might want to ask your parents, for those who don't know yet how many lumens is your bicycle torchlight, you can ask, Mommy, Daddy, how many lumens is your torchlight? Okay, so I have an example here. Okay, can see on my camera. So this is my bicycle torchlight. So for mine, it's just about 120 lumens. Not so bright. Okay, not so bright. Wow, Isaiah, cycle every day. You must be very fit. Okay. All right. You can watch this video on your own, okay, about introduction to Datalogger. Right, hold on. Let me copy paste the link. Don't worry if you don't have time to write down. I will copy paste the link on the chat now. Okay, can see? Oh, I don't have QR code Elise too. Sorry. Yeah. So go and copy paste the link and then you can watch. And then you don't need to watch now. You can watch later at the end of the lesson. Okay. And another video that is good to watch is how to measure the transparency of materials using a Datalogger. So this is a real life example of a Datalogger to measure transparency of materials. Okay, so this is the other link. You can copy paste to your notepad or Word document quickly. Okay. All right. Yes, the time that you have been waiting for. One last bubble question. This is the difficult one. Okay, this is the difficult one. All right. Oh, the experiment, don't worry. Okay, if for those who can stay back later, I will show. Okay, so bubble question 7, I will let you read first. So Jane carried out the following experiment to investigate the transparency of clear glass and materials X, Y, and Z to light. The bar graph below shows the result that Jane collected. Okay, this is the first page of the question. There's a second page where you must answer. Now, there will be 2 options, so you only select 1 or 2. If I see people select 3 or 4, I don't know what to say. Okay, because there's only 2 options. Okay, ready? Let me show you the question right now. Okay, 1.5 minutes. So it's either option 1 or option 2. Okay, option 1 or option 2. So read the options carefully. Yo Ting Rui, you can't be that fast. And Kate Ong also can't be that fast, what? Okay, this will give you 20 bubbles. Jaden, if there's a problem, please refresh your page quickly. You have about 1 more minute. Those who get it correct, wow, well done. Well done, Those who get it correct. Matthias Mar, see? You didn't read it carefully. There's only 2 answers. Hey, who's this 9 students who go and choose option 3, option 4? Now 10 students go and choose option 3, option 4. Face palm. Okay, like I say, there's only option 1 and option 2. How come you go and select option 3, option 4? These 10 students. Wow, it's almost like half-half. So far, it's like half of you choose option 1, half of you choose option 2. Interesting. Because this is the most difficult question for today's lesson. Wow, Charlene, you got all questions correct for today. Well done. Hey, it's not free 20 points, who say this is easy, Did Charles play? Tanya, are you sure this Charles play? Lucas, this is not free points. Okay, last few seconds. All right, okay, so let's quickly go through. So, as we can see here, clear glass, 5 units, right? So that means material Y must be in the same group as clear glass, which is transparent, correct? So let me just write down all the heading first. So group A is obviously the opaque group. Group B is the transparent group. And group C is the translucent group. Okay? All right. So Y must be in the same group as clear glass, which is the transparent group. So that's why it's in B, which is correct. And for both X and Z, okay, there's still some units. So X is 2 units or 2.5 units, and then Z is slightly lower, about 2 units, but they still allow some light to pass through. So that's why both X and Z must be in group C together with the frosted glass, which is the translucent group. So the answer is number 2. Okay, all right. So those who need to leave, you can leave now. Okay, so bye. I see you next week. But those who can stay, I will actually quickly show a quick experiment, okay, of what I have. So those who can stay back for a short while. I'll show you the experiment. But those who wants to leave, you can leave now. Okay, so those want to leave, bye. I see you next week. Leroy, see you need to check your answers next time. Okay, bye. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson. For those who are leaving, okay, bye. Okay, so for those who are staying back, let me just quickly show you my experiment here. Okay, let me switch the screen. Hold on, yeah. Okay, so we'll start with this visor over here. This is a helmet visor from my motorcycle helmet. Okay, and then we have this torchlight. Remember my bicycle torchlight that I showed you? Can you see? Where's the camera? All right. Okay, so when I shine the light through this, can you see the light form? So bright, right? Okay, because this is allowing most light to pass through. Yes, very bright. It's my bicycle light, I told you. It's about 120 lumens. Okay, and then now, next one. I have this tinted visor, again for my motorcycle helmet also, right? Okay, so see what happens. Can you see what happened? Only the yellow light pass through. Yes. Okay, so only the yellow light pass through because it is tinted. The rest are all reflected. Okay, it's not able to pass through. Yes, and it's not so bright, correct. And the last one. Okay, this is just my handy little notebook. Okay, so see, if I put it like this, no light can pass through at all. Nothing, right? Yes. Yeah, I think some of you want to see the yellow light. Let me show again. Yellow light. Very cool, right? See? Yellow light. This one is my yellow visor. Yes. I use it to wear on my helmet. And then this is my transparent visor. See? White light. Okay. I want pink light, Iris. I don't have a pink visor. Maybe that one is for my wife, but for me, I don't use pink visor. Okay, so I use the transparent one or the white one. Okay, so that's my experiment for today. Let me switch back to the lesson. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson, including the experiment, and this is what we've learned today. So if there's no any final questions before I end the lesson? Kan means I'm not going to do house tour. Okay. All right. So if there's, okay, I give you a final sticker. Some of you were asking for a final sticker. Let me see a cute one. Okay, this one. Bye. See, baby Yoda saying bye-bye to you. Okay, bye. Glad that you enjoyed the lesson and the experiment. Okay, bye. See you next week. Goodbye. I'll end the lesson now.